Now I'd like to work with you on removing common factors. So this is exactly the other direction of what we just did. We used this law, this distributive law, to expand these brackets to get this expression. We're now going to work the other way, so from this side to this side. So if you're given AB plus AC, and this is called factorizing, how can you write this as a product of two terms? And for this, you need to look at what do these two terms have in common. This term and this term, what do they have in common? I hope you can see that they have this A here in common. So this A is going to go in front of our bracket. So we have here A times, and then A times what? What do I need to multiply A with to get AB? I need to multiply A with B to get AB. What do I need to multiply A with to get AC? I need to multiply it with C. So I now started with a sum, and I'm trying to express this sum as a product of two terms. And we're going to look at a couple of questions or examples here. So let's start with an easy one. What if we had 2 plus 2x? And I hope that you can see that both these terms have the 2 in common. So this 2 goes in front of my bracket here. This is my first factor. And I'm going to make a bracket here. And then I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. 2 times what do I need to put here in bracket to get 2? 2 times what gives me 2? 2 times 1. I need to add that plus here. Plus. And now 2 multiplied by what gives me 2x. What do I need to multiply 2 with to get 2x? Yes, x. 2 times x gives me 2x. Okay? And if you're unsure whether you did the right thing, you can use the distributive law here. Distributive law. To check. So, remember, for the distributive law, I need to take 2 times 1 and 2 times x. Now, 2 times 1 gives me 2. 2 times x gives me 2x. And that's exactly the same term as I started with. And therefore my answer here is correct. Okay? So let's have a look at a few examples that are a bit more difficult. So let's, for example, look at 4x squared. Let's say we have 4x squared plus 8x. And we're now going to again try to see what these two have in common. We're actually looking for the highest common factor of 4x squared and 8x. So when you're looking at those two, let's look at the numbers first. What's the highest common factor of 8 and 4? The highest common factor of 8 and 4 is 4. What's the highest common factor of x squared and x? That's x. Okay, then we're going to make our bracket. And now we're going to see what we need to put in that bracket. 4x multiplied by what in here will give me 4x squared. Well, 4 times 1 gives me 4. And x times x gives me x squared. So 4x times x gives me 4x squared. Then I've got this plus here, so I need to add. And now I'm looking at this second term. 4x multiplied by what gives me 8x. So 4 times 2 gives me 8. X multiplied by what gives me x, just 1. And I'm not going to write that one here because that would then mean like 21. It would, however, be 2 times 1. I don't need to put that here, so I can simply write plus 2 here. Just going to write that a bit nicer. Plus 2. And if you're again, so this is your answer. Here you're done. If you're again not sure, you can do the same thing as we did before, using the distributive law to expand the bracket again. So here you would get 4x times x gives you 4x squared. 4x times 2, so 4x times 2 gives you 8x. There's a plus in between, so we need a plus here. And we can now check this term here, this expression here, is exactly the same expression as this one here. And therefore,